Hi, I'm Papa D, and welcome to another magical moment with Papa D. Enough blessings, enough blessings, enough respect, and God bless all of you who are watching this today. And I'm doing this video today to try to help, you know, as many couples as I can help around the world. Just because I've been married, you know, I'm not going to tell you how many times, but I've been married more than twice. Let's put it that way. So I'm a man of experience when it comes to marriage and when it comes to relationship. I've got a lot of experience. So the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want to help couples, young and old, to be serious about their relationship. If they want it to work, there are certain things that you got to do to make it work. You know, today we're living in a society where it's so difficult. It's not easy to have and maintain a good relationship as a couple, whether you're married or engaged or you're just living together as common law. It's not easy because let's face it, we're all individual. You know, we have our own minds, we have our own dreams, we have our own aspirations, we have um just we all think differently and we all do different things. But when all is said and done, if you want to be living a happy life as a couple, there's certain things that you have to do to make it work. And if you don't do these certain things, it's just not going to work because there's always going to be conflicts when it comes to work. There's always going to be conflicts, your job. There's always going to be conflicts when it comes to being a parent, raising the kids, simple things, going grocery shopping, you know, so many different things, just driving from A to B, both of you in the vehicle and one is driving and one is sitting in the passenger seat. And there's going to be differences, the one who's sitting in the passenger seat could be saying to the one who's driving, I don't like the way you're driving too fast or you're driving too slow. There's always going to be something that is going to create friction. There's always going to be something that's going to cause individual to get upset. There's always going to be something to start a conflict. There's always going to be something to disagree upon. You know, did you, for example, you're driving, why didn't you stop when the light was yellow? This is coming from the passenger, whether you're male or female. So the passenger would say, why did you go through the yellow light? And then the driver might turn around and say, well, I had to go through the yellow light because I was in the point of no return. And the book says if you're in the point of no return, you got to go through the yellow light, right? You don't just sit in the middle of the intersection. So even small little things like that could cause friction and create excitement and disagreement. And living in today's society, this is 2024. It's not easy. There's so many distractions. There's so many things that prevents us from doing the right thing, living the right way, and being right for each other and being loving and caring to one another. There's distraction upon distraction upon distraction that prevents us from doing all the right things, that prevents us from being loving, being caring, being mindful of each other's, thoughts, being mindful of each other's feelings. It's not easy. It's not easy to be in a relationship and to be happy in a relationship. You know, I guess it is easy to be in a relationship, but to be happy in a relationship, that's a different story. Okay? That's a total different story, being happy. So what I'm trying to do in this video is to list a few points, that will help in maintaining happiness within a relationship. So um I've got a question, okay? And this is the question that I'm gonna ask, okay? What are 5 things all married couples should practice to maintain unhealthy relationships? Okay? I'm going to read it again. What are 5 things all married couples should practice to maintain unhealthy relationship? And I've got 5 answers for you. Okay? So number 1 is effective communication. Okay, and when I say effective communication, what I mean is being actively listening to your partner. Okay, active listening to your partner, expressing thoughts, feelings, and needs clearly so they can understand exactly what you're saying. Regular scheduling, open and honest conversation. Practice empathy and understanding. Avoid assumptions and defensiveness. Okay? It's very easy to be defensive when you're having a discussion or disagreement. So practice avoiding assumptions and defensiveness. Number 2, emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy. Okay? And what I mean by emotional intimacy is regular quality time together, like going on dates and shared activities. Simple stuff. Shared activities like even washing the dishes. Washing the dishes is needed because if you don't wash your dishes, you're going to have a dirty house. Your kitchen is going to be dirty and filthy and stinky and smelly. We don't want that. No, you don't. Because if you do that, you're going to have cockroach and all kind of critters crawling up and down in your kitchen. And it's not hygienic. So we don't want that. So please don't practice that. Okay? We don't want that. Okay? Shared activities. So plus it's romantic. If your wife is washing the dishes, why you just let her wash the dishes by herself? Go and help her. That's romantic. Help her to rinse or help her to dry and tell her something that sometimes you could have a sexy moment in the kitchen. Slap her on the bum and feel her breasts, and you never know what could happen, just it's sometimes you could even get kinky in the kitchen, lots of heat, lots of steam could happen in the kitchen if you play your cards right. Because let's face it, the society that we live in today, like, we're so mechanical. You go to work, you come home, you do the grocery, it's so mechanical. So if you're able to just stop for a minute and say, hey, I'm not gonna be normal, I'm gonna be Abby normal. Okay, just joking there. But why don't you just do things a little bit different and see what happens? Sometimes it's just doing a little bit different, just do things a little bit different, makes a huge difference, like washing the dishes there. Sometimes the sex or the intimacy in the bedroom is not working. Sometimes you just need something small. Just do something small, and it seems so insignificant. By just go help your wife or your girlfriend to wash your dishes. Sparks, fires can start from that. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. I'm an experienced guy. Papa D is very experienced, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so try it. Try when your wife or your girlfriend washing the dishes, go help them to rinse, go help them to dry. Sparks can fly. Trust me. Okay? So let's move on here. So showing appreciation and gratitude and affection. Okay? Vulnerability and trust building. Emotional validation and support. Intimate connection like physical and emotional. Okay? So that's number 2. Number 3, conflict resolution. It's not easy to resolve conflict all the time. And there is always going to be conflict because we live in a time of age, in a society that it's not easy for anybody in these days. It's really not easy. You have to be mindful of so many things. And it's so easy to get into conflicts, but it's not always easy to resolve them. So in order to have a healthy relationship, you have to practice conflict resolution. You have to practice that. If you don't practice conflict resolution, I'm sorry, but you're not going to have a enjoyable relationship. You're not going to have a healthy relationship. So here are some points in practicing conflict resolution. Addressing conflicts promptly and respectfully. Remain calm and composed during disagreements. Practice forgiveness and apologies. Learning from conflicts to strengthen relationship. Okay? Learning from conflicts to strengthen relationship. If you want your relationship to be strong, you have to practice these points. Number 4, mutual respect and trust. You can't have a relationship if you don't have mutual respect and trust. You have to have mutual respect and trust. That's the only way it's gonna work. You can't be watching and stalking your partner 24/7. It will never work. Trust me, it will never work. You have to give enough space for the individual to be themselves. Okay? So you have to practice mutual respect and trust. You have to do that. If you don't do it, you don't have no relationship. You have to trust each other. You have to respect one another. If you don't respect each other and trust each other, you got zero relationship. Trust me on that one. I know. I've got lots of experience. I'm not going to tell you how much experience I have, but trust me. You see all the gray here? Lots of experience, okay? Lots and lots of experience. So trust me, it is imperative. It is, listen to me again, it is imperative in a relationship that you practice mutual respect and trust. If you don't practice that, you don't have nothing that you can call serious relationship. Okay? So practicing mutual respect and trust, such as valuing each other's opinions and feelings and boundaries. Boundaries. You have to practice that. You have to set boundaries and you have to practice respecting and trusting each other where boundaries is concerned. Demonstrating reliability and dependability. Supporting individual growth and development. Encouraging independence and interdependence. Building and maintaining trust through transparency. You have to be transparent. You can't be hiding things from each other. Like you have a bank account Even if the bank account is in your name alone, you have to have transparency where your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your wife or your husband can just say, let me see what's in the bank account. And you have to be able to show that. If you can't show that, then you're hiding something. And if you're hiding something, there's no transparency. You have to have a certain level of transparency. Gotta have it. If you don't have it, you ain't got shit. You ain't got diddly squat a relationship. Okay? You gotta practice that. Okay? So, number 5, shared responsibilities and teamwork. Very, 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 very important. Shared responsibility and teamwork. For example, like dividing household and parenting responsibility fairly. You have to divide it fairly. You can't have the wife doing everything. You can't have your girlfriend doing everything. You got to do something as a man. And as a woman, you can't have your husband doing the dishes all the time. Sometimes you have to do it. And vice versa. You can't have one person cooking all the time and the other person sitting on the couch watching sport or watching soap opera, whatever it may be. You have to share responsibilities as a team, teamwork. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work. Okay? Practice sharing responsibility fairly. Collaborating on financial decision and planning. Okay? You have to collaborate on financial decision and planning. You can't just get up and say, oh, you're in a relationship, but you want to just focus, just you alone, taking care of the finance and all the planning, and the other party doesn't have a say in it. It will never work, because then you're being like a bully in the relationship. And no relationship is going to work if one person is a bully, and the other person is forced to be a follower rather than partaking in decision making and planning. Okay? It doesn't work. Okay? Supporting each other's goals and aspiration. You have to support each other's goal. You have to, yeah, if a person wants to be a doctor and another person wants to be a lawyer, if you don't support each other, the respect for each other is not going to be there. You have to be able to, you have to be your partner's number one cheerleader. Okay? If you're not your partner's number one cheerleader, it makes winning very, very difficult, because it's okay to cheer on yourself, but it's better when you have someone helping you and cheering you along the way, because sometimes the journey is difficult. Sometimes the journey can be very, very difficult. It's not easy to become a doctor. It's not easy to become a lawyer. And I'm just using a doctor and a lawyer as a, as a, career that, takes a lot of effort, like a lot of schooling. It takes a lot of schooling to become a doctor. It takes a lot of schooling, and education to become a lawyer. So that's why I'm using it as an example. But we have to be each other's number one cheerleader. If we're not each other's number one cheerleader, it's okay. It's okay to pat yourself on the back. But it's better when you have someone doing it for you, and they don't just use one hand. They could use both hands and put it on your shoulder and rub it and massage it and make you feel good and make you feel that, yes, I'm a winner. I can do this. That's what you got to do to make it work, by supporting each other's goals and aspiration. Sharing responsibilities for relationship maintenance. Okay? You have to share responsibilities. Celebrating success and navigating challenges together. You have to celebrate your success. And when you have challenges, you have to navigate the challenges together. If your wife is having a difficult time doing something, or your husband, help them. Help them to navigate through it. Help them, show them, or talk about it, and maybe together both of you can come up with a solution to make it work. And that's what you got to do. You got to celebrate success and navigate challenges together. It's so romantic when you do things together. When you do things together, it makes for a romantic time. So practice that. Okay, additional recommendations. Schedule regular date nights. Very, very important. It's very important to take your girlfriend or your husband. It doesn't always have to be the man who takes the woman on a date. It's nice when a woman could plan a date night without the man knowing it and just surprise him, role reversal, That's how you create surprise. That's how you create spark, in the relationship, and steam up the relationship and make it hot, Be romantic, Practice gratitude and appreciation. You have to practice gratitude and appreciation. So show physical affection like hugs, kisses, cuddling. It's very good. Who doesn't like to be hugged? Who doesn't like to get kisses all over? Who doesn't like to cuddle? Right? When you practice these things, it makes the relationship becomes closer and tighter, and you feel wanted when you get a lot of hugs, when you get a lot of kiss. And you don't always have to kiss on the lips. You can kiss your partner on their eyebrow, on their forehead, on their nose, on their ears, on their lips, on their neck. Be romantic. Kiss them all over. Kiss them on their back of their neck. Kiss them on their shoulder. Their nipples, work your way along the body, from head to toe. There's no boundaries when it comes to kissing and hugging and cuddling. Be romantic. After you take a shower, let your partner take a shower and clean themselves up and put on some perfume and some cologne and smelling nice, and let the senses work. The sense of smell, touch, and even taste. Just get romantic and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Have fun with your partner, right? Cultivate shared interests and hobbies. Seek, number one. Okay, this is a good thing. Seek counseling and therapy when needed, okay? If you know that your partner needs some help, okay? And we all need help. And sometimes it's hard to do it by ourselves. So it's okay to seek counseling. It's okay to get therapy. And sometimes it's even better to do it together. When you do it together and you share these things together, it draws you closer to one another, and it makes you enjoy each other a lot better when you do things together. Okay? Because that's what couple is all about. Being a couple is all about, is being not singular, but being plural, being two, and build as one. Nothing is greater than having two people that work as one. It's so powerful. It's so much strength, so much love. There's so much there. Okay? So many things is good about a relationship when you practice to doing the right things. Okay? So remember this. Relationships are unique, and what works for one couple may not work for another couple. Be patient, flexible, and willing to adapt and grow together. That's the secret. Growing together in harmony, in strength, in love, and respect. And it's not difficult. If you practice these 5 steps or points that I've just mentioned, you will enjoy being in a relationship. You will enjoy your wife. You will enjoy your husband. Okay? Just try it. Try practicing those 5 points that I just mentioned, and you're going to thank me. And for this, I want all of you who have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and give me some boost, give me some like, some share, even comment on this video. Tell me how you like it and let me know, what your thoughts are. And I love you all. God bless each and every one of you. And have a blessed day, a blessed month, a blessed year. And take good care of yourself. Walk good. One love. Peace and love.